Hi guys and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture I'm going to be showing you how to create a table using the MySQL queries. Alright, so let's go ahead and create an empty file. I'm going to save that as create table.php and let's start our PHP script and that. Okay, so the first thing I need is connect to our database. So to do that you type MySQL, sorry if I can't type today, connect. It takes 3 parameters. First one is the host, my case is localhost. Then is the username, because the root, and then is the password. In my case it's none, only because it's a offline server, so no one's gonna be accessing it. Then we need to select our database, so go MySQL, select the database, and ours is called tutorial. Yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. Okay, so or and then we can add this for troubleshooting, or die MySQL. Oh my god, MySQL error. So if something wrong happens, it's gonna give us an error. So let's go ahead and connect our database and run this. No errors, so it's connected correctly. Okay, so now we're gonna start constructing our query. So I'm gonna call this variable create table. Okay, set it to equal to could be all caps, create table, if not exists. Okay, so the create command or statement, it's gonna create, and then the table is gonna create a table, and we add then if not exists to make sure we don't overwrite any table we have. Like if someone find this file on our server and try to run it, make sure he doesn't overwrite our table and delete everything, so that would be a disaster. And then we have our table name. I'm gonna call it search, because we already have a table called search, so I'm gonna call this one search H for heart, capital H, it's better. Okay, give it H. And we have what we want to put inside the table. As we said, we're gonna have ID, title, description, keywords, and links, or rather one link, but whatever. So you can go our ID, can have our ID, and we're gonna set this one to int. Okay, then we're gonna have our title. We're gonna set this one to varchar of 250. Then we're gonna have our description, and we're gonna set that to varchar as well of 250. Then we have our keywords, and we're gonna set that to text. Sorry, I think they have to be all capital. Okay, and then lastly we're gonna have our link, and this one's gonna be a varchar of 250 as well. So now we constructed our query. Okay, let's make sure we end it. Sorry, end it with a semicolon, and we're gonna add here or die my MySQL error. Okay, and that, go ahead and do that. So what that will do is it's gonna create a table if it does not exist. Okay, the table is gonna be named search double H. Okay, and in that table we're gonna have 5 rows. ID is gonna be an integer, title is gonna be a varchar 250, description varchar 250, keywords gonna be text, link is gonna be a varchar of 250 as well. If it does not work, it's gonna give us the error for troubleshooting. Okay, so now let's go ahead and run the query. Let's get a new variable called query. That's gonna equal MySQL query, and the query is gonna be the create table query. Okay, and then we're gonna add here or die MySQL error. If it does not create the query or the table, if something wrong happens with the query, basically it will give you the error, so we can fix it. But make sure if you're producing in protection to remove the MySQL errors or the MySQL errors, so you don't give any information for hackers or just make sure you test it before you deploy it. Okay, and it's always good practice to close our database, so you don't leave any stream open or anything like that. Save our project and run it. Okay, here it is. We have an error in the syntax. Let's check our code. Hold on, there shouldn't be any errors. That's weird. Oh, I have table spelled wrong. It should be table. That should fix it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I have another code. Line 1. I have another typo here. Okay, now it should be fixed. Okay guys, sorry for the long delay. You won't believe what was causing the error. Here, do you see here? I didn't close this. So let's run it. Oh, okay, we didn't set up our primary key, so just go primary key, and it's gonna be the ID, primary key ID, and also I need to put ID as not null and it auto increment. Oopsie. Okay, there. So let's save our project, our script, and run it. Oh my god. Hold on. I know the problem here. I didn't have this. Yes, no errors. Yes, that's a big part of programming, debugging and errors. It's crazy. Here, refresh, and you can see we have a search double H. I created these tables when I was just debugging. Sorry, I'm gonna drop them. We don't need them in our database. Okay, so now Now that you know how to create a database and tables using the PHPMyAdmin interface, and you also know how to do it using the MySQL statements and PHP. Use it this way. You could create like a setup file. Okay, so when you upload your data to the server or to your server, you don't have to go to PHPMyAdmin and create the database all again and do all that. Now you just run the setup file. It will do it for you. If you need to put it on another server, let's say, do the same. Just put the setup file. Just make sure that no one can see the setup file, so you don't get hacked or anything. It's better to just delete it from the server once its job is done. So thank you for watching this lecture. Sorry there was lots of errors, but that's part of programming. And if you have any questions, any problems, make sure you send me an email or just post it on Udemy, and I'll try my best to help you. Thank you and goodbye.